Hi, I'm Brennan Guillory, pastor at McMinnville Cooperative Ministries, or the Co-op. We are a multi-denominational church in downtown McMinnville. I could tell you about the kinds of things we believe or theologies, but I think we like to have conversations about that. I could talk about the different organizations that are involved in our community, like Saturday Morning Breakfast, the McMinnville Refugee Coalition, our Creation Care Team, or the Youth Collective, what happens on Sunday mornings, our Sunday school. But I think it'd be best if the people who are members of our community told you those stories about what it's like to be here at the Co-op. So I'm going to turn it over to them.
For me, it's not that we are welcoming necessarily in this space, it's that we welcome everyone into a holy space and into heaven itself, for example. Because a lot of churches become the gatekeepers of heaven. If I ever walk into a church and they say, if you don't believe what we believe, we're going to hell, then I'm on my way to hell. And I walk right out of there. The church has helped me see the connection between nature and God. So I've always felt a certain way in nature. It's almost like you're now you have words to express it. For me too, it's the music. I love the music. I love playing. And I'm not a trained musician by any means whatsoever. From the very beginning, they were like, "Oh, come play with us, come join." And I was like, "Well, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't read music. Come and play with us, and you can just, do whatever you feel is right." I've always felt that way. I've always felt like I can just kind of do what feels right.
I just really struggled with my picture of who God was. Moving here was a big part of tearing down that version of who I saw God as before and surrounding myself with people who I feel like have been on a similar journey and have a more genuine connection to God has been such a reassuring thing to kind of come alongside.
It feels very important to me that we're going to a church that I can picture my friends who have a lot of church trauma or my family members who are LGBTQ being able to come to, and I would be happy to have them come to my church, and I know that they would feel accepted. And that hasn't always been the case with a lot of churches.
I think I'm forgetting something, but I'm probably not. Oh, if you do not wish to receive communion,
I was outside the faith for 30 years, and I'm so thankful for the folks that were steadfast, that created a place where I could find my way back. I was surprised the first day that I realized that I had faith. Part of the reason why I was outside of the faith for so long, it took me years to realize this, but I felt like I would have to live a lie to be a Christian based on my experiences. When I would talk with people, they would throw things at me. They'd throw the Bible at me. They would throw the fear of God at me, and I just had walls built to put up when they did that. And so I felt like this was a safe place.
Everyone is welcome. We all have different walks of life, but we all need Jesus. You can't turn anybody away from the church because everybody needs to know about Jesus and God's love. And that's what I felt instantly at ease here, because everyone was welcome, all-inclusive, and that mattered to me.
The big thing about the Co-op that I see is the Co-op does Meals on Wheels, the Co-op does the Saturday morning breakfast, the Co-op provides a place for 12-step groups to meet, and it doesn't place any requirements on people.
For me, I really like how involved our church is in the community in a lot of different aspects, and we can go different places like the farmers market or the gallery theater, and we know people who have a stand, or we know people who are performing in the theater. So our church is very community-based, not only within itself, but then going out into the public.
I know that as new official members, you've already memorized the mission statement.
Yeah.
So can you say that for us for the camera?
To restore.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Inspired by Christ, our mission is to love and serve with all people, to restore all creation to God's loving embrace.
That is very much my experience of the Co-op, is that it is a place that is dedicated to being inclusive of everybody in the community, being mindful of the needs of the community, and loving people where they're at.
One thing is, a lot of churches say that they're open, but they're open to you changing who you are, to become who they are as a congregation. And we're open without expectation of change, which is very different. We don't expect anyone to walk to our doors and then become a different person. We're okay with who they are.
Returning all things to God's loving embrace means all things. That's that person that may not agree with you politically. That's people who are in addiction. That's the people in the congregation. All of those things are part of it, and that all syncs up well with what we strive for. Now, getting there, striving and getting there, maybe two different things, but it's certainly a worthy goal.